Penguin Random House Audio presents The Rugged Life, the modern guide to self-reliance. This is the author, Clint Emerson, Navy SEAL retired. Note to listeners, this book contains a downloadable PDF with illustrations that cover everything from fire building to making your own coconut oil. If I mention it, there's probably a corresponding illustration to be found there. It is easy to see that a greater self-reliance must work a revolution in all the offices and relations of men, in their religion, in their education, in their pursuits, their modes of living, their association, in their property, in their speculative views. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The rugged life is for everyone who feels they can use more adventure, freedom, and choice in their lives and who's ready to get out of their comfort zone and try new, hard things. Taking on the rugged life means actually thinking with purpose about how you want to live and what you want for your family, and then being curious, confident, and committed enough to take on the skills and know-how to handle whatever is thrown at you. In my 100 Deadly Skills books, I explore the first minutes, hours, and days of a crisis and how to maintain a baseline of being alive, still breathing, having most of your blood still in your body, with no other threats in sight. Now, in the rugged life, I'm moving beyond survival to how to thrive over the long term, for months, years, even a lifetime, by being self-reliant. And that starts with learning how to be a modern homesteader. If that conjures up visions of log cabins, covered wagons, and bonnets, don't worry. That's definitely not what we're talking about. Modern homesteading takes that same level of pioneer spirit and brings it forward to the needs and expectations of today. No bonnets necessary and plenty of variability in how far you choose to go with it. At its most basic level, homesteading is farming, but instead of raising and growing things to sell, you're doing all that work to feed yourself and your family. It's all about doing as much for yourself as you can, or as you choose to, with the intention of living life more simply and with more self-sufficiency. That can mean that you never go to the grocery store, period. Or it can mean that you go once a month for dry goods. You get to choose. Now, I have to tell you, I'm incorporating many of the ideas in this book into my own life, but homesteading is not something they taught at Buds. That's a Navy SEAL joke. But I do know from my years in the military that with the right guidance, you can learn to do anything. So for the past year, I've been traveling the country seeking out experts in self-sufficient living and homesteading. Everyone I spoke to was kind enough to share their why and their how, and each interestingly had their own individual specialty. Some were focused on producing their own power, knowing that if they're off-grid, they are more in control and less reliant on power companies. Some figure, if I can just get enough eggs for my breakfast, that's all I need, while others grow their own hay to feed their livestock. From the trayers who cut and milled their own wood to build their house, which runs on only 300 watts harvested from the sun, to the rapiers who have 6 kids and one more on the way, helping out with raising their sheep, goats, chickens, quail, and horse, to the Norrises who can preserve enough of the food they grow themselves to feed themselves for a year. These folks know what they're doing, and they learned it by doing it. Deciding what you are ready for. In the rugged life, you get to choose to step back a little or a lot. Whether you decide to move your family off grid to the middle of God knows where, or you're gathering the salad for your dinner from your windowsill garden in a city, it's up to you. That's the rugged life. It can be whatever you want to make it, because you're in charge of your own choices and your own level of commitment. You can live the rugged life while farming your own food and using the waste from your toilet for compost, or you can live the rugged life while keeping a chicken coop in your backyard and watching Netflix with your dog. You can homestead in a suburb or in the middle of your 20-acre sanctuary. It's all on the same spectrum. But whether you're on or off grid, you want to be able to support yourself, and I don't necessarily mean financially. Being truly self-reliant means that you are able to be anything you need yourself to be. Be your own farmer. Be your own handyman. Be your own first responder. Be your own fill in the blank. True off-the-grid living takes incredible commitment to spend every hour of every day in service of subsistence. Even if that's for you, it might not be for everyone else in your household. So before we go further, take a moment to ponder the following questions from the off-gridders profiled in the book to see what level of rugged life is right for you and for your family. The top 10, are you sure about this? 1. Do you have the right mindset? Things are going to go wrong, and when they do, you have to know what to do. Are you the sort of person that will work the problem, or will you give up? 2. Do you like the people you'll be living with? Sure, you probably love them, but we're talking every day, all day. Just you and them. If they're not enough for you, and you need outside contact, consider how off-grid you want to go. Seriously, if your family drives you crazy, make sure you've got friends and neighbors around. 3. Do you like research? Because you're going to be doing a lot of it. You will make mistakes, but you'll make fewer of them if you study up on how to do it right the first time. 4. Do you like traveling and taking vacations? Because if you have livestock, you won't really get to leave home. 5. Do you have a strong stomach? Slaughtering is one thing, but consider having to deal with the carcass of your dead livestock. 6. Do you commit? If you're the sort of person who signs up for a 30-day diet or exercise program and gives up after a week, this may not be the life for you. 7. Do you have the money? If you're in this to live more cheaply, you're always going to be able to get cheaper eggs at the store. Equipment, feed, land, it all adds up. Your eggs are going to be more healthful and way more delicious, but they're going to cost more. 8. Do you have time? In order to afford all of this, you'll likely still have a day job, at least at the beginning. What does your job allow you to be able to do in the remaining hours of the day? 9. Do you like hard work? When you've got the flu, you've still got to feed the chickens and milk the goats. 10. Do you have a why? Everyone has to have one. Something to get them to keep at it. When the crops fail, or the sheep gets bloat, or the barn collapses in a tornado, what is the why that will keep you going? 3 basic skills. Don't worry if you're not ready for full off-the-grid living. Not many are. There is still plenty you can and should learn, though from the principles of modern homesteading, which relies on 3 skills that apply to whatever level you are ready for.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?